Hey all. Okay, I'm sure part 1 of this video left some people confused and I'm really sorry. I had to cut some things short, but I'm gonna cut this intro too and get right to the point. Let's actually cause some clipping. Okay, I'm gonna start inside the new preset, the one you all have inside the PodGo, but I'm gonna change a few things before we start. I'm gonna change the mic to the 421 dynamic, lower the distance just a bit, increase the low cut, increase the high cut as well, add some early reflections to just above 10%, and I'm gonna add a room reverb just before the EQ block that is still disabled. So reverb room, lower the decay, increase the pre-delay, give it some high end, lower the mix, leave the trailers on, and this is what we have. So let's actually try to record something and see where our peak levels are. I didn't change anything inside the amp or inside the cabinet section except for the mic and the distance and those things that are important. Okay, I'm gonna stop this recording right now. And I'm gonna tell you what are the peak levels here. So I just pressed the shortcut in Reaper and it tells me the peak level and the not so important today RMS level. But you can see that the peak level is just around -6 dB, which means that we still have headroom until we clip with the preset. So let's clip. I'm gonna increase the drive to 10. I'm gonna increase the channel volume. And I'm gonna check the levels now. Okay, we're clipping, but honestly, I wanna clip a bit more. So I'm gonna increase the level inside the cabinet block by another 3 dB. Let's try to record this signal now. Okay, I want to stop immediately because if you try to listen to this again, and if we check the peak levels, you can see that we went above 0. It doesn't say by exactly how much, but we don't care. At this point, I want you to understand this. If I try to lower the volume on the PodGo unit, I won't change the behavior of the sound. It will still remain clipped. So let me demonstrate that. I'm gonna start recording and I'm gonna lower the volume once I see the signal that's clipped. As you can see, the first part of the signal is again clipped. However, the second part of the signal, from recording perspective, still has, I don't know, 3 dB of headroom left, as you can see from this little info box right here. But now let's compare the two sounds. Let's check out the one that did clip during the recording and the one that did not, as far as the input of this recording process is concerned. And now the unclipped signal, or the signal that didn't clip during recording. But now check out what happens when I increase the level, so they are approximately at the same level, the clip signal and the one that didn't clip. As you can hear, the signal is still clipped and there's very few things that you can do, one of them being the isotopes declip, but I don't want to get into that right now. One of the benefits of dealing with digital audio is that you can control the so-called gain structure with ease. Now, what is this gain structure and why is it so important to us? Well, as I said in the previous video, we're dealing with a digital modeler. In the first video I emphasized the word digital, but in this one I'm emphasizing the word modeler. This means that the Line 6 PodGo unit is trying to emulate real-life behavior of amp blocks, of distortion blocks, of compression blocks, and even cabinet blocks. So as I said to the people from the Line 6 company that we really need metering, I'm gonna say the same thing to you. You need to treat your signal chain with respect and approach it like you would if you had a real amp, a real cabinet, and a few pedals in front of you. So please, if you're gonna remember anything from this video, try to remember this. Amp blocks, distortion blocks, compression blocks, cabinet blocks, they are all dynamic. Dynamic in this context just means that it will react differently to the things that you have inside your signal chain. Tube amps, or amps in general, or emulation of tube amps that we have inside the Line 6 Pod Go like to be loud, and they sound the best when they're loud. So you as a guitar player should be constantly monitoring the amp's dynamics and how does the amp react to a new distortion pedal in front of it, or how does the amp react to another pickup you select, or how does the amp react to your playing in general. So I really hope that you can recognize clipping the next time you're creating a new preset and you're pushing the preamp too hard and you're pushing too much level with the distortion pedal, or you're pushing level anywhere inside your signal chain and it's causing that really weird and really nasty crackling sound that none of us want to hear really. Okay, I'm gonna stop here because I feel that I'm just barely scratching the surface on this topic, and the possible part 3 of this video could happen if we get metering either on the Line 6 Pod Go unit or inside the Line 6 Pod Go edit software, because that would be a good day. And I usually don't do this, but can you please like the video, subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. That little bell will tell you every time I upload a new video. You can visit the Google Drive folder, there is 30 plus free patches there and plenty of other stuff. That's it. Thanks all. Bye.